Good afternoon, folks. I have discussion A for you. We're discussing caring for the sandwich generation. Okay, so now I've made a presentation for you. Sit back and enjoy, please. The piece underscores the strain experienced by the sandwich generation, adults caring for simultaneously for aging parents and dependent children during the holiday season. It argues that November and December magnify the pressures of caregiving as family rituals, travel, and cultural expectations collide with ongoing medical crisis and daily responsibilities. Through vivid personal narratives, the article illustrates how emotional and logistical just 1 second, guys. I'll be right with you. And financial burdens. Intensify, leaving caregivers with little space for rest or joy. What sandwich generation means in this context: dual caregiving roles. These adults are sandwiched between two generations, often raising children while also supporting parents with chronic illnesses, disability, or age-related decline. Invisible unpaid labor. Much of this work is uncompensated and unrecognized, requiring sacrifices. In career advancement, financial stability, and personal health. Consistent balancing act. Even outside the holidays, caregivers juggle medical appointments, school schedules, and household management. Seasonal obligations add another layer to the complexity. How the holidays intensify the burden. Medical crises don't pause. The article highlights a moment when the winter was managing a child at home while both parents were in intensive care units. This illustrates how caregiving emergencies can collide with holiday expectations, leaving leaving no bandwidth for self-care. Logistical overload. Beyond caregiving, holidays demand travel, coordination, gift shopping, especially for teenagers with specific expectations, and ritual planning. These tasks stack on top of medical advocacy and daily care, creating decision fatigue. Emotional contradictions. Cultural ideas of perfect holidays clash with unpredictable caregiving. Realities. Caregivers often feel guilt for not meeting expectations, even as they are sketching to their limits or stretched to their limits. The broader landscape beyond one story. Expanding demographic. The sandwich generation is growing as people live longer and children remain financially dependent longer. This demographic shift increases the number of adults caught in dual caregiving roles. Mental and physical toll. Studies show higher rates of stress. Depression and chronic health issues among sandwich caregivers, compounded by financial insecurity. Policy implications. The article gestures toward systematic or systemic solutions, integrating child care, elder care, workspace flexibility, and tax relief. It frames caregiving as infrastructure, not just as a private family matter, noting bipartisanship, interest in reform, fragmented systems. Caregivers must navigate disjointed health and social service systems, holidays, exacerbate the challenge as scheduling and access to care often tighten. Key takeaways from the surrounding page content. Narrative anchor. The ICU and childcare vigilante embodies the sandwich generation's holiday reality chaos, exhaustion, and no time off from caregiving. Practical reality. Caregivers juggle unpaid care with unpaid work. During holidays, this expands to include hosting, travel, and heightened social obligations. compounding the toll. Systematic lens. The article emphasizes that solutions cannot rely solely on individual resilience. Structural support is needed to ease the caregiving burden, especially during peak family seasons. Why this matters now. Seasonal visibility. Holidays spotlight the invisible labor of caregiving. Stories like these validate caregivers' exhaustion and highlight systematic gaps. Opportunities for change. Opportunity for change. With growing bipartisan momentum around family care, the holiday season becomes a timely moment to advocate for integrated supports, childcare, elder care, workspace and flexibility, and financial relief. So families aren't forced to choose between traditions and well-being. In essence, the article uses the lens of holiday caregiving to illustrate the broader year-round changes of the sandwich generation. It calls for recognition of their invisible labor and systematic reform that treat caregiving as a shared social responsibility rather than a private struggle. Okay, guys, that is A for you. I'll be back on with B in a few minutes. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.